Super Cats, unite!
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Blitzway 5 Pro Studio Voltron. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. You can see this is a very large box here for a very large set, but right up front we have a nice, beautiful, full color picture there of Voltron. Up top we have Voltron, on the bottom we have Voltron, on the side more Voltron, on the other side we have some obligatory product shots, on the back some more beautiful photography and something I personally love. On the back we have credits for all the people involved with the production of the figure. I wish more companies did that. I think that's really cool. And that's basically it for... I'm not throwing this. What are you, crazy? No. This is staying nice and pristine. And moving right along, here we have our Voltron Force from Blitzway and 5 Pro Studio. And this is a fantastic set. Right off the bat, I'm going to say it. This is a fantastic set. And as you can see, we have our 5 lions here ready to go. We got the red lion, blue lion, black lion, yellow lion, and green lion. So without further ado, let's get down to it, because there's a lot of cool stuff here to show off. And first up, we will start with the red lion, and here it is. It looks quite good. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. Some lovely silver paint going on here. You got gold for the eyes, black for the snoot. And you can see the legs are all nice and chromed out. And yes, total fingerprint magnets, but you know, it is what it is. It's the nature of chrome, but you can just buff the fingerprints out. It's okay. But right up top, you got the nice blue and yellow. Got the midsection there done in silver as well. Little accents there of black throughout. Some more chromy goodness. Tail done in silver. But all in all, very nicely done lion here. Now, articulation-wise, the head can move up, can move down. You have rotation as well. The mouth can open and close. You even have little cannons in here that you can flip up, which is quite cool. The front legs can rotate forward, rotate back. They can move in and out some. You have this joint here. Can straighten out, can bend up quite far due to transformation. And the paws, they can move up to about that point, can move down, can move back all the way, and that's due to transformation. And you also have you have paw tiltage. That's right, you have paw tiltage. Lots of tilting paws. You do have waist rotation right here. Of course, that's more for Voltron mode, but you can use it if you want to. You also have side-to-side movement here, 2 joints for side-to-side movement. Double joint there, single joint there. Nice and ratcheted. And the hind legs can again rotate forward, back, in and out a bit. Get that knee joint there that bends all the way up. Again, those paws up, down, and they also have paw tiltage. And the tail can move up and down. You have a hinge right here that can move up and down as well. Now, a cool feature that we have with these lions is you can raise up this section here, and that reveals a weapon that's picked out in some lovely silver paints. But we have this little hatch right here. We can slide this back, and you're probably not going to be able to see it. You can't see it, but that's okay because we can shed some extra light here on the subject. But if you look in here, you can see Lance sitting in the cockpit. He is fully painted. Again, this is going to be very hard to see on camera, but you have a fully painted Lance sitting there in the cockpit, and really cool. These are not removable. Those are just there. You can't take them out, but still very cool that you have the pilots there in the cockpits of the lions. I love that. Very cool little added touch there. So there we have the red lion. And next up is the green lion, and here it is, all nice and green. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. Again, lovely paintwork going on here. Just the silver, the gold on the sides here is done in chrome, so it really pops. You know, all the chromy goodness there on the legs, red and black up top. But overall, very, very nicely done. Articulation is exactly the same. Now, one more point of articulation that red and green do also have is this joint right here. So basically they have like an ab crunch. That's another joint at your disposal. But yeah, all in all, nicely done, Green Lion. And again, we can open up the hatch here. You have a weapon molded in, picked out in silver. And when we pull this back, again, we're going to need to shed a little extra light here. But you can see you do have little Pidge in there in the cockpit. And again, Pidge is totally painted. All these little figures are totally painted. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. Trust that it's there. Trust that it's painted, but looks really good. So, yeah. Nicely done, and there you have the Green Lion. And moving on, here we have the Blue Lion, looking oh so elegant. And let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. Again, lovely silver there, gold for the eyes, got the yellow, red, and you got that green right up top there on the forehead. Nice gloss black, red and black there. Again, all the chromy goodness, all the fingerprints, but it's okay. Got the red, yellow, silver. Just lots of nice, vibrant colors. Just really pops. Got the little black accents. But a very good-looking Blue Lion here. Now, articulation-wise, the head can look up, can look down. You do have rotation as well. You have side-to-side movement. You can move the entire neck up and down, and that's more for Voltron mode, but hey, you can use it if you want to. Of course, the mouth can open and close. You can see a little missile in there as well. The front legs can rotate, can do a full 360. They can move in and out. They have another joint here you can pull out to give you that extra outward movement. You got ratchets here on the legs. The paws can move up, can move down, and you also have paw tiltage. You also have this joint here that can move side to side. Again, that's more for Voltron mode, but you can use it for posing your lions if you want to. You can get a little bit more dynamic there. The hind legs can rotate, do a full 360, can move in and out. Got that ratcheted knee. Again, the paw can move up, can move down, and you have your paw tiltage. And the tail can move up and down, and you have a hinge right there that can just move downward. And on the Blue Lion, we can also raise this section up, and you have a weapon there picked out in silver. And we can open up this hatch. Now, you do need a tool to open this up. They give you a couple tools with this set. You're going to use this one right here. You're just going to push this down so you can open this up. And again, don't know if you can see it. You can see her a bit better, but we'll still shed a little bit of light there. But right in there, you can see Princess Allura. And again, fully painted. You can actually see the seat in there now. Yeah, fully painted Princess Allura. And again, wonderfully done. Looks really cool. Again, just a really nice added touch there. So, there you have the Blue Lion. And next up, here we have the Yellow Lion, and what a hunk of a lion this is. And let's get in close here. Again, so we can take a look at the details. Again, lovely silver, black, the only one with blue eyes. Again, really pops there. Of course, the mouth can open and close. You can see that weapon in there as well. You got the red, the black, the silver there. And you got the red and black going across the top there. Again, all the nice chromy goodness. You got some silver chrome here on the side as well. Again, the reds, silvers, tail done in silver. And as always, just very, very good looking here. Very good looking lion. Articulation is exactly the same. All the same joints, all the same range of movements. So there you have that. And of course we can raise this Ken section up. And there you have the hatch. You just open this right up, and inside we can see Hunk in there. Let me shed some light. There we go. You can see Hunk in there. And again, fully painted. And again, a really, really nice touch there. So there we have the Yellow Lion. And last but certainly not least, here we have the leader of the pride. We have the Black Lion. And here it is, looking wonderful here. And again, we're getting close here so we can take a look at the details. Again, the lovely silver, the gold for the eyes. You got some blue right there. You have some gold chrome. Looks quite good. Got some gold chrome there as well. Again, the big old paws done in chrome. We got the wings in the back here done in red with some silver in them. A lot of silver in the midsection. Some more gold chrome. The tail done in yellow. And the big beefy hind legs. That will become Voltron's legs. There you have the underside. Again, all that nice coloration and detailing going on there. But yeah, looks fantastic in my opinion. Now, articulation wise, the head can move up that far, can move down a lot. You actually have full ball jointed neck here, so you have all the wiggly waggly, can look down all the way. Again, upwards, that's as far as you're going to get. The mouth can open and close, but you might pull down Voltron's face with it. You don't want to do that. Not now anyway, so you kind of want to hold the Voltron face up while you're opening the mouth there. You can see you get some detail in there. You have rotation, all that good stuff. The front legs can rotate on a nice ratcheted joint. You also have this double joint here that you can pull out. Get all kinds of extra range of movement if you need it. Again, you have legs here, can move forward on a nice ratchet. The upward and downward movement on the paws are ratcheted as well. Of course, you have your paw tiltage. You do have an ab crunch there. All ratcheted. Rotation if you need it. The hind legs can move forward and back. You got some stiff ratchets here. You got thigh rotation. You have this knee joint here that can bend all the way up, and you have this spring-loaded bit here that will push in. Allow that to move all the way up. And again, these paws can move up. They can move down. You have your paw tiltage, and the tail can move up, and you have that hinge there that just moves downward. And of course, like all the others, there is a pilot inside. We just bring the wings out, which you can hear also on ratchets, and we can open up the hatch here, and he's the most visible one. You know what? I'll use the light anyway, just because. But in there, you can see Commander Keith again, fully painted, and just looks awesome in there. Again, love that you even have little pilots in there. Love it, love it, love it. But there you go. There you have your Black Lion. But wait, there's more. There's a lot more to talk about with this set, but you do also get light-up eyes for all of the lions. Now, all of the batteries are included, so you don't have to worry about that. They got you covered. Now, as far as the red and green lions go, the way you're going to activate their lights is first you need to rip off their head, just pegged in. So you do have to install the LEDs into the red and green lions' heads, and all you're going to do is just take this little cylinder, that you're going to install. It just goes right into that port right there where my light is shining. You just plug that in right there, and once you do that, you're going to use this little piece right here, this little silver piece. So you want this little point facing out, and you're going to use this tool right here that they give you. You're going to plug it in here, and you're just going to insert it into that port right there and push it all the way in. And you can see the light come on there, and that will make the eyes light up. Now, it's not a bright light. You can barely see it here just due to all the lights I have, but it's just kind of like a warm glow. It doesn't glow too bright. You can see it in there going, but yeah, it just gives it kind of a warm glow. It's not like a bright light, but that's how you make the lights work for the red and green lions there. Looks a lot better in person. Trust me, it looks a lot better in person. And also, to remove this, you're just going to use the opposite end, the little tweezer side, and just take this and pull it out. And it takes a little bit of doing, but you just grab it, and you just pull that out, and the lights will turn off. So that's how that works for those two. Let's not leave you with a headless lion. That's a horrible image to leave on. There we go. There you go. Hey. Now, as far as yellow and blue goes, there is just a switch right back here in the back of the head. Now, I have tiny fingers, so I can reach this with my pinky, but if you can't, you can just use this tool that is included to get in there and flip the switch. But I have tiny fingers, so I can just flick it on with my little pinky here. But you can see the eyes glow a nice blue on the yellow lion, and we can get back here. And this one I cannot reach with my pinky, but I can use the tool here, turn it on. And again, you can see you get like a nice kind of warm glow in there with the eyes. And there you have those two. And as far as the black lion goes, the switch for the lights is right there on the throat. So you just turn that on, and you can see, again, that nice warm glow. You get a brighter blue there for the forehead, but it looks quite good. And we'll show this off now. This will light up the eyes for Voltron as well, and again, just gives it a warm glow. It's kind of disturbing to see it that way, but you see, it just gives the eyes a nice warm glow there. So there you have the black lion all lit up. So there you have that. So now let's talk about accessories, and you get quite a bit of accessories with this set. We'll start off with the kind of signature accessories for Voltron. Here we get the spinning laser blade. All nice and chromed out. You get some metallic blue in there, some nice gold, red, and it is painted on both sides. Got the handle done in blue. And of course, again, nice silver chrome, nice fingerprint magnet, but it is what it is. That's the nature of chrome. But you have that. And of course, what is Voltron without the blazing sword? And here it is, looking fantastic. Again, the blade here, all done in nice silver chrome. You have some nice silver and gold there as well. Some spots of red. The handle, again, all of it just looking fantastic. So there you have your blazing sword. And you also get the display base. It's quite a large display base, just done all in black, but looks quite good. But the cool thing about this display base is that it also has storage for all of your other weapons. What other weapons? What other weapons? Well, I'll show you. We'll open up this panel right here, put that off to the side, and in here we have the rest of the accessories. So you have storage for everything right in here. Everything has its spot. So you have the individual weapons for the individual lions. You also get a optional face there for Voltron. You get another set of weapons here for Voltron as well, and all of it is stored right here in the base, and that is really cool. Love that. And the lid is magnetized, so it just pops right on and stays on nice and securely. So I really dig that. And here we have all the lions armed up with their mouth blades and all of their weapons, and they all just plug onto the shoulders. And here we have the red lion with the mouth blade and with the lava cannon and the plasma flash cannon. We got the green lion with its mouth blade, along with the laser cannon and the shooting star. And we have blue lion with mouth blade, along with the shoulder cannon and the triple barrel mortar cannon. Followed up by yellow lion, again with the mouth blade, along with the I'll get this right, the radial shotgun shoulder blaster and the dual shoulder blockbuster turrets. And lastly but not leastly, we have the black lion with its mouth blade along with its two rotary cannons. So there you have that. Now, continuing on with the base here, we do get these support pieces here for the lions. They're all done in transparent plastic, and the backs have the colors here: green, yellow, white, blue, red. Why does the black lion get white? Because that's what they did on the show. It is what it is. But these will just slide into the back like so. You just line up the groove, push it in, and they install just like that. And this is what it looks like when you have them all installed. Now, to install the lions, you have to do a little bit of prep work, just a little bit. Now, for red and green, you do have to extend the combiner peg. So to do that, you're going to raise up this panel here with the tail, and there is the peg. Now, you need to use this tool to get it out, and you want to make sure that these grooves are on top. This is the top section, so you're just going to just hook it right under here and just use it to pull that out. Once you get out to a certain point, you just use your hand and bring that out like so. So once you've done that, that will just plug right in, and voila, there you have your green lion ready to go. Now for blue and yellow, you do have to come back here, and we have to open up this panel. I know what it looks like, but it's what you have to do. There's also this button right here that you have to hold down, and that will just plug right in and lock into place. And there you have the blue lion installed. And once you have those four plugged on, you don't have to do anything special with black lion. Black lion just plugs right in like so. And there you go. There you have all of your lions leaping into action, and that just looks way too freaking cool. I mean, what a display that is. That is amazing, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So cool. So cool. Makes for a great effect, makes for a great display. So pleased with that. Now you're probably thinking, hey, there's storage for everything else, but I still got these things rolling around. What do I do with these? They got you covered. They got you covered. You flip out these sections here from the base, and here you have a nice little cradle for your blazing sword. And then you take this, and you want to make sure you orient this with the tab either facing out or facing in. And you have either this port or this port. You can plug it in, whichever. You can plug it in here or plug it in here. And there you have storage for your other weapons. So there you go. And a couple more things to show off before we get down to forming Voltron. You do get a sticker sheet. These are the only stickers, and they're totally optional, but they're the numbers for the lions, and you can put these on if you want to. I'm probably going to leave these off, but hey, you have the option. As always, options are good. And you also get additional figures of the 5 pilots. I left them in the tray because it's just easier to show off that way. But here they are, all 5 of them, and as you can see, again, fully painted. They're tiny, like they're little figures. Like the tallest is an inch tall, and yeah, they're tiny but fully painted and look amazing, amazing. And they are pretty much to scale with the lions. You can see how tiny they are. You just have them standing there with the lions, and that's cool. So awesome that you even get the little pilots here to display with your lions. Love that. So now, without further ado, let's form Voltron. So let's start by forming feet and legs. So we're going to start off with the yellow lion here. So get the yellow lion transformed. You want to just take the tail, just collapse that in like so. You want to bring the hind legs all the way back like that, so you can swing this panel out. You want to swing it out all the way. Now when you're going back into lion mode, this hinge here wants to go inside the body like that. So that's how you're doing the transformation back to lion mode, but we're going to bring that out. Then just take the leg, collapse it up, and then just press it in, and it should tab right into the body. And then you have a tab slot connection right here, so just close that up, and that will tab in right there. And you're doing the same thing on the other side. Just bring that back, bring that out, and collapse the leg like so. Come on, there we go. Close that up, like so, and you got that going. You're going to take the head, just bring it up. You're going to take this section and bring it back. This is going to become additional heel support here. Then you just collapse these legs, just fold them up, make sure everything is sitting nice and level. And you're going to come back here, open up this panel, and there is your port for combination. And there you have the yellow lion ready to go, and you do the exact same thing with the blue lion. So here we have our feet and legs. So moving on. Now we will form the arms, and we'll use green lion here. So what you want to do is raise this up, just collapse the tail in like so. If you already have this post out, you can just leave that out. You need it. If not, then you want to use the tool to bring that out. But once you have done that, you want to bring the hind legs all the way back. You want to pull this hinge out right up here, like so, because it needs to swing around the hip here. So bring that out, and then you can swing that out like so. And then you can just fold the leg up. And again, just push that in, like so, until everything tabs in like that. And then you have your tab slot connection right there. Just bring that panel in, tab it in like so. Second verse just like the first. Just bring that leg out, then just angle that up and get all that out of the way. Fold it up. Just make sure you avoid this hinge right here, because you don't want to risk messing up your chrome. So just swing that in, collapse that up, push it in, and tab that in right there. There you have the back section all done. Now as far as the front legs go, you want to make sure that they're pulled all the way out, and you want to get under here and just untab that panel. Then you want to bring the arm forward slightly, just you can swing all this out, and you're going to basically just kind of push up on this hinge to get this to clear. And that should come right up like so. And then you can collapse that leg up, flip the paw in, and again just push it all in like so. Tab slot connection right there, and it'll tab in like that. And same thing on the other side, second verse just like the first, just untab that. Again, just make sure you get things out of the way as best you can. Swing that up, and collapse that leg up like so. Push it in. Again, there's tab slot connections in there. That'll hold that in place. Tab slot connection there. Plug that in like so. And then the head, you want to just compress down. It goes in at an angle, and make sure that it thoops into place. There's a little snap for it right there. And then you just bring the combiner post down, and there you have your arm right there. No, it's this side. There we go. There you have the one arm done, and you do the exact same thing with the red lion, and here you have your arms. So now we will move on. And lastly, we will form the body. So we have black lion here. So what we're going to do is you're going to open up these panels right here. Just straighten out that paw. Bring that up. That will collapse right in. Close that up. Then you're going to bring this out so you can rotate this around. And you're going to angle this in. There's a little hook tab that goes into that slot. So just hook that in and then close that up. And there you have that side all done. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Just open this up, straighten out the paw, flip that up into the body like so. Then just bring that out, rotate it up. And again, you just want to angle this in, and it'll situate itself into that slot. Then you just collapse it in, and you got that going on. You want to straighten out the torso here and also collapse it down right there like so. Straighten out the legs, straighten out those paws, straighten out the leg, straighten out the paw, take the tail, that will just collapse in like so. Then the wings, you just bring up, angle out, bring up, angle out, and there we go. We have the black lion all ready for combination. And now that we have our interlocks activated and our dinotherms connected, we can form Voltron. Now as far as the legs go, you just drop it right down. That will snap into place. Drop it right down. And that will just lock right into place. And when you want to disengage these, you have to push this release button right here. And then you can separate. So snap that into place. So there you go. We have formed feet and legs. And then red and green just plug right into the shoulders, like so, and we have formed arms and body. And now I'll form the head. Just bring that down, open the mouth, bring out the horns here, like so, and there you have it. And there you have the Blitzway Voltron, and this thing is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. This thing looks Amazing. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous piece. And very hefty also. This thing has legit weight to it. There is die cast in this. Blue and yellow have die cast in them, and also black has die cast in it. There is no die cast in red or green, and that's fine because you don't want to overdo it with the die cast. The way they did it here, it just gives Voltron a nice center of gravity, and I think that's the best way to go about it. When you put too much die cast into a figure, it ends up making problems for it, and I think they put just the right amount in this. Gives it a good heft, but it also gives it a nice center of gravity, a nice center of mass. But yeah, this is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at all this Voltron-y goodness. Again, the face sculpt, really good. You got the blue, silver, that nice gold for the eyes. Looks great. You got the crest there on the chest with all the colors. You got the nice gold chrome right there as well. You got that gold and black there on the waist. And it all just comes together beautifully. I love how they worked out engineering to make, you know, the lion legs kind of disappear, make it a little bit more screen accurate. They couldn't do it with these legs, but at least they did it with most of them. And it definitely makes for a much better, much more screen accurate effect there. I love the extra little heel piece as well. That's a little detail, but it makes a world of difference. But overall, nicely done. Absolutely love this. I'm going to be gushing for the rest of this review because this is freaking awesome. Now, articulation-wise, again, that base of the neck is on a ball joint, so you have all kinds of wiggly-waggly there. Can look up. You can use that joint as well. Do Total Squirrel or Robeast, you know. Can look down. Head can rotate. Can do a full 360, but can do about that far, which is as much as it needs to. So you can still get a nice, expressive-looking Voltron. What? You know, you can still do all kinds of that. On the arms, can rotate. It's a soft ratchet, but since there's no die cast in the arms, there's no weight for it to support. It works beautifully and holds a pose. You have 2 points of articulation at the shoulders. You have the basically the tail joint there. I mean, it's not the tail, but you know what I mean. You have that joint right there that is ratcheted, and you also have the base of the shoulder, which is ratcheted as well. So you have all that range of movement going on there. You can also just disengage this whole section here, so you can get the arms in front of the chest if you need to. So you have that extra range there as well. Moving on down the arms, you have that bicep rotation. You do have a double jointed elbow, but it only gives you 90 degrees of bend, but due to the design and just how blocky everything ends up being, you can't really get a proper double jointed bend out of it, unfortunately, but still you get a good range of movement. As far as the hands go, you know, the hands, you have rotation. You can, if you want to undo this joint here, you can get some inward movement as well. Of course, the mouse can open and close, do all kinds of that. As far as the body, you do get waist rotation. You get an ab crunch, which is quite nice. Now, as far as the legs go, you can shift the hips downward. There is a secondary hinge in here. You can shift the hips downward, and the hips are on a pretty stiff ratchet, but you can shift that down and get the legs to move forward that far, and you gotta move back about that far outward. You can almost do the full splits, and you have thigh rotation. You have a nice knee joint there, and again you have that spring-loaded piece in there that will compress in as you get that knee bend all the way up. Now, one thing to note is that this ratchet is not the strongest though, because there is die cast in these legs, so it can kind of hold the pose, but not really. That's one thing that could have been a bit tighter to deal with the die cast, but that's fine. And moving on down, as far as the feet go, they can move up, they can move down. This entire section here is your ankle tiltage, and you can even consider that like a toe joint there with the head moving up and down and side to side. And of course, Voltron can wield his weapons. We can give him the spinning laser blade. Now, the handle can rotate from side to side, so you can have him holding it in the left or right hand. And just a tab there, there's a slot in the roof of the mouth. So you just line that up. I won't be able to line it up because I can't really see. Oh, there we go. I lined it up. Yay! You can have him holding that. Oh, one more point of articulation also to mention is you have this little inward joint here So, hey, the thing you can do if you want to do it. But just tab that in. And of course, we have the blazing sword, which attaches the same way, just via that tab slot connection there in the roof of the mouth. Just tab that in, close the mouth up, and there is Voltron with his weapons. You also get another weapon for Voltron. You get these, the Solar Combat Spears, with the blue handles there and the nice chromed blades. You can have them holding them in each hand if you want to, or if you want, you can also connect them together and just make a big double-bladed weapon right there that he can hold as well. So hey, things you can do if you want to do it. You can also swap out the faces, and to do that you just need to raise the head up, just open the mouth as far as it'll go so you can get under it, and you just want to wiggle it loose, just untab it, and it should just pop right out. I guess you could always use the little tool they provide you. This little flat-headed one, just to kind of help you pop it out. It's just tabbed in. There we go. Just pop that out like so. Then you take the new face, and again, that will just tab right in. Push it in like that, and now you can have Angry Voltron. So like, ah, ah. Battle cry. So now let's bring the display base back into play, because there's still some other stuff we can do with this. Now, as you can see, you can arrange these armatures here to stand vertically if you want to, and that is just simply a case of just slide it out, rotate it, and slide it back in like so, and you can have that orientation going on if you wish, but they also give you some little bits to help you display your weapons if you don't want Voltron holding them. So for the spinning laser blade, they give you this piece right here, and all you're going to do is this is going to tab into the side of the green pillar here, and then you take the spinning laser blade, make sure the tab is facing the right, and you just tab it in. And you can have that sitting right there like so. And then they give you these two pieces right here, and this is for the blazing sword. And you're going to take this section here, and it will refocus. There we go. Take this. That will tab in like that, and this will tab into the red pillar like that. And then you can take your blazing sword, and it will just drop right down into this cradle. And there you can have your weapon stored on the base in that manner, if you wish, and that is quite cool. And of course, we can take Voltron and just stand him right there. Now, if you want to get some kind of like, some kind of jumping attack poses, you can just plug him onto the central pillar here. It'll plug right on. So if you want him off his feet, doing some kind of jumping attack pose, you can do so as well. But that right there makes for a really awesome display. And that is pretty much it for Voltron, so there you go. So there you have the Blitzway Voltron, and this is an absolutely fantastic set in my opinion. Now, I'm going to make a very bold statement here, but I think that this is the absolute best Voltron on the market. And I don't think its supremacy will ever be challenged. This is the best. This is the gold standard. This is the pinnacle. This is the measuring stick for all future Voltrons. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the last Voltron set I will ever have to buy. I don't need another one. This is it. This is the best one ever. This is everything I've ever wanted, ever needed out of a Voltron. I'm good. The overall construction, the quality, the paintwork, everything is immaculate. I don't think I've seen so much as a single blemish on any paint app on this figure. The only complaint I have, and there's literally only one complaint I have, and that is that the knee ratchets could have been a bit tighter. The only complaint I have. Now, I'm sure people in the comments section will find a million ways to nitpick this thing to death, and the classic ever so cliche for as much as you're paying line will come up many times. But it doesn't change the fact that this is the best Voltron on the market. Find me one that's better than this. I know the Soul of Chogokin one exists, but not as good as this one as far as I'm concerned. You put this up against any other Voltron on the market, and this will bury it as far as I'm concerned. Of course, that is just my opinion, to each their own, but as I've said, I don't think the supremacy of this figure will ever be challenged. But who knows? I could be proven wrong, but I doubt I will. We'll see what the future brings us, but for now, definitely, this is the last Voltron set I will ever need to buy. But there you go. Now, if you would like this set for yourself, you can pick it up from BigBadToyStore.com. As always, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Voltron playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Blitzway 5 Pro Studio Voltron. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, bomb in your face.